Hey guys, how are you? Let me hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Farmer's Choice, where farming meets excellence. So this is one of the before we go any further, I ask you kindly to subscribe, click the notification bell, like the video, watch it till the end. So this is one of the most interesting activities when it comes to farming, the harvesting period. Oh my god, this is really interesting. It gets so interesting because even though I'm kind of weak, I get to do it myself because I'm like, lol, it's been a journey, because it takes almost a year for a banana to get ready or to get to this point. It takes a year for it to get here. So I'm like, I've waited for a whole damn year to do this, to get to harvest it. So the harvesting time is really is actually one of the most interesting ones because you're gonna make some money because you've worked so hard for it, over the for a whole year. Yes, so I was trying to harvest some bananas. I got so tired. It was somebody's order, so I had to do it before they get to me so they could just pack it to their car and take it. So this is me doing it with my boy. So yeah, he helps me a little bit, not a little bit, but almost he does 60% of the job because I work with him. I get some more other workers to do it with him so that we can so that the work takes less time. Anyways, so I was trying to clean it up, all that. But before we go any further, we are in a dry season. We failed to get rain. We actually expected some rain during this month. Actually, at the beginning of this month of August, we expected some rains and we actually received it in some parts. But in my home area, guess what? It's shining like, I don't know. We never expected too much sunshine, but it's too much. It's so hot right here, and we've gotten shortage of food. I don't know, it's getting to my nerves because the food is getting so expensive, and then we have its shortage because the bananas are not really growing so fast. You remember, because they don't have enough water down there, and we are not doing irrigation because lol, it's them expensive. We cannot make the money back. So the bananas are so expensive. At the same time, the bananas are so expensive. At the same time, they're rare. Like, they're not so many in my farm, not just mine, because we received something like echengera in July. So right now, like, just you can see in the middle temuli mmere, right? And mmere in tono, we're actually having some shortage of food. However, the ones we have, it's very expensive. Nenge mmere yo tetujirina. But anyways, I was trying to do it. I got so tired. I was like, lol. Yeah, I got really tired. It was very early in the morning. Yeah, it was a Sunday morning. We had to do it very early. But anyways, that's life. That's the job I chose. Yeah, some people be like, pana enzo mulimu gwenkola sagusima. Nzo gwagenda gusima kubanga gumenya nnyo. But at the same time, I love doing it because I'm not really forced to do it. I wasn't forced into it. I chose it myself because I knew what it had to take to do it. But anyways, during this dry season, there's certain stuff that actually we're supposed to learn to know. Because however much we've gotten some shortages of food, but in my place, at least I've gotten to have to produce. I've gotten to produce little by little, but it's there. Why? Because I tried to do a mulching last season, but this season, well, I never had money, so I didn't do a lot of it. I did it, but in certain areas of this very farm. But then in this area, I didn't do it. So I don't know how it's gonna treat me with the grass and all that, because weed control is one of the most difficult stuff. It's the most expensive. Remember, this is we have coffee in it, young coffee in it, and then I was just having a jazz with this boy because he was getting to my nerves. So I was telling you, we got some coffee, young coffee, like that you can see in it. So we cannot actually use we cannot use eddagala baliyita batya erifuuyira omuddo. Like we cannot control it using eddagala. I don't know how they call it. Eddagala erifuuyira like weed master. We cannot actually use, like weed master or roundup or what, or we cannot use it. Why? Because we have coffee, and once we use it, it's gonna affect the coffee. Also, the roots of the bananas, it's gonna affect it. So all we have to do is to do either mulching and continue weeding it using the hoe, So yes, I don't know how it's gonna treat me, but I pray to God it just takes me so easy, because I have a lot to do during this coming season, and just keep watching, because I have a lot to show you. Anyway, weed control actually is one of the most difficult stuff when it comes to all activities, when it comes to agriculture or farming in particular, because it's, first of all, the workers are very expensive, and then when you decide to not to weed, when you decide not to weed, it's gonna take you a lot of money. So when you decide to use mulching, it's gonna take you a lot of money, but at the same time, it's gonna help the soil to retain water, and then the mulches are gonna turn into fertilizers. Manure too. So it's gonna increase soil fertility, and then keeping also those organisms in the soil that keep the fertility of the soil. So yeah, those are some of the advantages of doing mulching. It's gonna control weed and then retain water for the plant to use during the dry season, and then also keep those organisms, because you're not going to use the weed stuff to spray. You're not going to spray your garden. So yes, and then it's gonna reduce the pressure during the rainy season, because remember, when it comes to the season, we actually have many and a lot of activities that really take place. So once you use the mulching, well, it's gonna give you space and time to do other stuff other than concentrating on weed control. So it's very important. So those are some of the mulches that I actually use. I'll be showing you some of the places that I managed to mulch, but also some of the places that I didn't mulch last season. This season, they still have little of mulches that I used last season. So yeah, at least we managed to get something from mulching, but it's really important. It's them expensive, but reduces the pressure, and also other advantages that I got to tell you in this very video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Keep tuned in, subscribe, click the notification bell, like. Bye bye.